All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another live stream here on WooEnglish. As always, my name is Hamza. I will be your host, as always, on our wonderful channel WooEnglish, a channel dedicated to learning English through stories. We believe that's the best way that you can learn English, or you can learn any language actually, which is that exposing yourself to like actual and like native content in the language that you are trying to learn. So we share one video every single day in which you can listen to very good like texts in English that will help you, as I have said, learn English the natural way. That's the way you have learned your mother tongue when you were a kid, and that's the way that we believe you can learn any language even when you are older. So welcome to the live stream today. You will have another speak with me, a practice. Of course, we are gonna practice that later on, but for now, for the time being, I want to actually share with you today very good live stream. It will be about poverty, and it will be about richness, and it's based on one of our videos that you can find, of course, on our channel. So yeah, let's without further ado, I think we should start. And I want to actually start with a few questions. But before I do that, can you please do me a favor and click the like button down below? Or you can simply double click on the screen. You can double click on my nose right here. Double click on the screen. That's the way to like this video so that we can have a proper start of the live stream with like more people joining later on. So please like, if this is your first time, of course, watching this channel, consider subscribing or wait until you make up your decision by the end of this live stream. So thank you for joining again. Let's go and start. I want to actually start today with some very interesting questions. And the first question is the following. Do you think poverty is inherited? That's the first question I want to discuss with you today. So do you think poverty, because today we're going to talk about poverty and richness. Do you think poverty is inherited? And when we say inherited, we mean that's something that you cannot escape. If your parents are poor, you will stay poor. If your parents are rich, you will stay rich, if not richer. So do you believe this? Do you believe that poverty is inherited? Or do you think if someone is born poor, he can or she can very simply escape that reality? What do you think about this problem or this topic? Do you think that poverty is escapable, or is it's inherited, like here, like it says here? Do you think poverty is inherited? What do you think? Right. All right. I think I have someone in the chat. Who is there? Let me see. Hello, Imran. Hi. I remember you from last session. Perfect. So as I said, today we're gonna have a listening live stream, but also a speaking kind of like. We're gonna listen. We're gonna talk. And the first question I want to talk with you about is: do you think that poverty is inherited? Do you think poverty is something that, richness, money can be inherited, right? If your parents are rich, you will inherit their money. Do you think the same happens with poverty? If your parents are poor, you will inherit poverty as well. Abdul Karim, hi, welcome. Mubaraka, hi. Of course, Mubaraka, you will learn English. Try saying something in English, Mubaraka. Try saying something in English. So what do you think about the question? Give me your opinions. I would love to hear your opinions about the question that I have here. And of course, if you can also, I would love for you to tell me if everything is good, if the image is good, if the sound is good. I would love to hear that as well. All right. I just wanted to see how the live stream is going on my phone. I'm waiting for your answers. I would love that you will join the discussion down below. So, do you think poverty is inherited? Otherwise, I think I should go and start with something different, probably, like we did in the previous sessions. So I'm gonna wait before we go back to the question. No answers, unfortunately. Interesting. All right. It is a tough question, but in my opinion, no. It depends just on you. Let me share your. So the question is here, and the first answer is right here, right? So the question, the answer. All right. So Mr. Imran Asadi says it is a tough question, but in my opinion, no. It depends just on you to be rich or poor. All right. So I think what you say, Mr. Imran, is that poverty is a choice. It's a choice. You decide if you want to be poor or rich. What do you think, guys? Do you agree with Imran on his question? Otherwise, I think I will go and start probably with the listening instead. You guys would love to do that. Let's see this. Right. What do you think? All right, can come back to that later. All right, just one answer that we got today. It's okay. We can come back to these questions later on then, if that's the case. So you know what we will do? Let's start with the listening then. Well, I see more people joining. So this is the question we started with. If you would love to give it a try and try to answer this question for us. So do you think that poverty is inherited? What do you think? So Imran, for example, one of our followers and viewers said, well, I think it's a tough question, and he thinks that it's not inherited. He thinks that it's a personal opinion. All righty then. So let's start with the listening then. So let me share with you that. So okay, so now that I see that a lot of people are still trying to understand what's going on in this live stream. So we will start with the listening. So we will listen to one chapter from one of our videos, and it talks about poverty. It talks about richness. It talks about all of these things, and we will listen to that chapter from our video. Of course, you can always watch the whole video on our channel. We will listen to it. I have 3 rules as always for you. Listen carefully because I'm going to ask you questions. Number 2, if you don't understand the word, please let me know in the chat and I'm going to explain it for you. And number 3, the rule number 3, double click on the screen before we start. So I'm going to go. I'm going to trust that you will double click on the screen because I'm going to go directly to the listening. And if you can just give me 1 second just to set up everything. All right, so let me share with you the text because you will be listening and you will have the text in front of you. But listen carefully because I'm gonna ask you some questions later on. All right, so let me very quickly do this. All right, perfect. All right, so that's the text right in front of you. Let me do this so that it's more visible for you. The video, of course, is on our channel, and it's like almost 1 hour long, so you can listen to it later on. So
let's find out one last time. Chapter 9. The Real Solution. What truly helps the poor escape.
I'm gonna come back to your answer later on, Amina.
We've heard it many times. Change your mindset. Work harder. Just believe in yourself. But what if that's not enough? What if a child is hungry? What if a mother has no home? What if a man can't sleep from stress? Can mindset fix that? Let's go back to what we've learned. In the mall experiment, poor people made worse choices when the cost was too high. Not because they were stupid, but because their brain was tired from stress. In India, farmers became smarter after harvest. Why? Because they had money and peace of mind. In the marshmallow test, poor children didn't wait. Not because they were bad, but because they had learned. You don't always get what you're promised. And in the brain scans, poor children had smaller brains, not because they were born that way, but because of hard conditions. So now, the big question. If mindset is not the problem, then what is the solution? Here's the answer. It may surprise you.
This chapter, by the way,
help,
right?
Support, safety.
This chapter, by the way, talks about the solution. I don't know. I need to hear the solution myself, but let's hear it. Let's hear it, and then we can discuss it later on.
That's what truly changes lives. Let me give you an example. In Brazil, the government started a program called Bolsa Familia. It gave poor families small amounts of monthly cash, only if their children went to school and got vaccinations. Simple, right? The result? Millions of people escaped poverty. Children grew up healthier. More kids stayed in school. And the next generation became stronger. Now, let's look at China. Over 30 years, China lifted over 800 million people out of poverty. How? Not by telling them to think better, but by building roads, schools, hospitals, by creating jobs, by investing in people. And it worked. Why? Because people don't just need dreams. They need conditions where dreams can grow. Yes, mindset helps, but only after people have food, after they have safety, after they can sleep without fear. A hungry child cannot focus in school. A tired mother cannot start a business. A stressed worker cannot plan for the future. This is why government support matters, why community programs matter, why early help is better than late rescue. Some people say helping the poor makes them lazy. But science says the opposite. When people feel safe, they become more productive, more creative, more hopeful. They don't want to stay poor. They just want a real chance. So what can we learn? Don't judge the poor. Understand them. Don't give speeches. Give support. Don't say, try harder. Ask, how can I make it easier for them to try? Because when we lift others, we lift the whole society. Now I leave you with one final question. If you were born in a poor family, hungry, tired, scared, what would you need most? A speech or a helping hand? Think about it.
And of course, that was that for our listening, right? So just stop this. All right. So let's go back. Let me come back and see if you guys were listening well. I'm going to ask you some questions, of course, related to the chapter that you have just listened to. And I hope you were listening well. But before we do that, can you please do me a favor, double click on the screen. That's your way of like showing a little bit of support. So let's go to the first. All right, listening. Great. So let's see if you guys were listening well. What is Nadine? I don't see the one here. Right. Give me a second. I just need to check on my YouTube. All right, perfect. Because not Nadima. Hi, welcome. Let me see also what Imran was saying before. So Imran said, let me pop the comment right here. So Imran said, well, this is the continuation of his first comment. The first comment was, it's tough question, but in my opinion, no, it depends on you whether if you want to be rich or poor. So for Imran, it's an option. It's a choice. If you want to be rich or poor. The first question for those wondering that we were talking about is this one. Do you think that poverty, like money, is inherited? So money, richness, is inherited, right? If your parents are rich, you are going to inherit the money. So you inherit richness. What about poverty? Do you think that poverty is also inherited? What do you think? If your parents are poor, do you think you will also be poor? Mr. Imran right here says it's a tough question. But in my opinion, it depends just on you to be rich or poor. So for Imran, no, you cannot inherit poverty. You can inherit money, but you cannot inherit poverty. It's a choice, right? And he says, for example, there are thousands of billionaires who they have normal family and come from ordinary families, but they write their own business, right? Or they made. Yes, I totally agree with you. Well, there are also like a lot of like the richest people on the planet. Their parents were also rich. Elon Musk, for example, Jeff Bezos, same for Mark Zuckerberg, for example. All of these guys, their parents were very rich. So sometimes it makes you wonder. But I totally agree with you. A lot of people came from poverty and now they are very rich. Great. So let's go back to the questions that I started with. So you listened to a chapter. Let's see if you guys remember what the chapter was talking about. So the first question is, wait, I can't see the question. So the first question, oh, I can't do that. All right. Why did poor people make worse decisions in the mole experiment? What do you think? The mole experiment, unfortunately, it was in the other chapter. In my opinion, poverty results from injustice and exploitation of rich people to weak and poor. I like that answer, Fath Rahman. I like that answer. We can come back to that later on. So from the text that you'd listened to, it was from stress. It was right. See, exactly, wonderful. Imran got it. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that was from the listening that we just did. Great. Number 2. Oopsie. All right, let's see this one. So the second question says or goes, what was the result of Brazil's Bolsa Familia program? That was in the previous one. So if you were listening well, let's see. So the children dropped out of school, people became lazy, many escaped poverty, the economy collapsed. Don't forget, please, to double click on the screen. I'm going to show this one as well. So many escaped poverty. All right. It's just I'm skipping some questions before we did not listen to the whole thing. How did China lift hundreds of millions out of poverty? Was it A, by investing in infrastructure and people, by giving motivational speeches, by teaching people, by cutting off aid to the poor? I think this one, even if you did not listen to the chapter, you will be able to answer it. A. Suhaib says A. Suhaib, hi. Where are you from? Let's see. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So it was A. All right. Good. Let's see. I think this was the last question. So, what is the main idea of the chapter that we just listened to? That motivation is the key to escaping poverty. Of course, you can just give your opinion. Like from these answers, you can just give your opinion. Motivation is the key to escaping poverty. Poor people are poor because they don't try hard enough. Poor people need speeches, not money, or help, support, and safety are essential for real change. This is the kind of questions that you don't need, like, to Jordan. Wonderful. Is this your first time attending one of our live streams? D. All right, let's check. Yes, it was for sure D. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's D. Wonderful, Sohaib and Imran, that you guys agreed on. Do you agree that people need safety and support before they can succeed? Why or why not? This is a question for discussion, of course. Of course, I'm going to go back to the question that I started with, like in the very beginning. So let us put this question aside. I want to go back to the questions that we started with. This one, especially this one. Do you think that poverty is inherited? Let's look at the second one. So question number 2. Do rich people have a responsibility to help the poor? This seems like a very easy question, but I don't think it is, to be honest. Do you think that rich people have the responsibility to help the poor? Responsibility. Is it a responsibility? Is it an obligation for them to help the poor? What do you think? Do rich people have a responsibility to help the poor? All right, let me see. Yes. But don't you think, so that's their money? It's my money. If I'm rich, that's my money. I'm not obliged to help you. What do you think about this? Of course, this is not my position. This is not my opinion. I'm just like trying to argue with you guys. You can allow me just to wipe my camera because it seems very. So what do you think? Do you think that rich people have a responsibility to help the poor? So Mr. Sohaib says yes. But well, is it like really a responsibility, or is it just like because they made their own money? Don't you think? Anyone else? Imran. Also, I didn't see your answer, Imran. So Imran says yes, of course. Don't you guys think that uh, a rich person can say, "Well, I made that money by myself, so it's not my responsibility to help the poor." What do you think? All right. So Hype says, "Well, it's an exchange of interests." Can you elaborate more? I think I get where you are coming from. I get your idea, but I would just for you to elaborate a little bit more. But I think that's a very good answer. Exchange of interest, because well, the poor can help the rich can help the poor, and I think the poor help the rich in the sense that they work for them and things like that. All right, let's go to another question. Of course, you can always you can always answer any question that you like. I'm just gonna go through the questions. Of course. All right. Is being poor always the result of bad decisions? And this is a very important question. I think it's a very good one. Do you think that being poor is always the result of bad decisions? The question is right here on the bottom of the screen. And you can answer them, of course, in the chat. Do you think that being poor is always the result of like bad decisions, taking bad choices or making bad choices? Not just to spend the money. Instead, they can establish schools and other buildings like hospital, which provide, let me share Imran's answer on the screen, which can provide public services specifically for poor people or in lower price. I get your answer, Imran. Your answer is a very ethical one, and I totally agree with you. Actually, I share the same view. But other people can say, well, that's uh, uh, they worked for their money, so they are not obliged to share it with anyone. You get where I'm going. But that's a very interesting take. What about this one? This question: is being poor always the result of bad choices? I myself make a lot of bad choices sometimes. All right, I'm waiting for your answers, guys. All right. Okay, so it's right here. All right. I see that you guys don't are not very interested in these questions. So let me go to something else. I don't know if some of you were here last sessions or not, but I want to work with you through these like exercises. Right. Let's start with this one. Okay, so let's work a little bit. Since the session is called "Speak with Me," let's go through this exercise, which is a pronunciation exercise. This exercise focuses on al or l and r sounds. So these are words that have the same sounds except for the l and r sounds. So let's read them together. Light, rice. Light, right. Glass, grass. Long, wrong. Right? So once more, lice, rice. You can repeat them at home. Lice, rice. Light, right. Glass, grass. Long, wrong. Right? So let's now read, or you can do that at home. Read only the L, the ones with the L sound. So light, lights, light, glass, long. Again, very slowly. So lice, light, glass, long. Number 2, rice. So the ones with R right now. So rice, right, grass, wrong. So these are basically 2 sounds that are very similar in English. All right. Yes, this is a very important one as well. So in this exercise, in the second exercise, I have for you like these sounds, CH and SH. And a lot of people tend to read them wrong in English. A lot of people tend to read these 2 sounds wrong. Can someone tell me in the chat what's the difference between CH and SH in pronunciation, of course? What is the difference between CH and SH in pronunciation? Is there a difference between the 2, or are they pronounced in the same way? Of course, in terms of pronunciation. We're always talking in terms of pronunciation. All right, let me see in the chat what's going on. They are different. In what way are they different, Imran? How? Can you explain to me how they are different? How is the pronunciation of CH different from the pronunciation of SH? And I have actually some examples there that will help you get the right answer. So can you explain to me how they are different? CH and SH. Somali is here again. Hi, Somali. How are you? So what is the difference between the pronunciation of CH and SH in English? So let me read the first 2 words and you will be able, or you should be able, to guess what is the difference between the 2. Chair, shoe. chair, shoe. So what is the difference between words written with CH and words written with SH? They are different. Junior Jelaine or GR Jelaine, they are different. How are they different, Jelaine? Can you explain to me, guys, how they are different? I'm going to explain them to you guys. So basically in English, CH is almost always, not always, but almost always pronounced as ch. So CH is pronounced as ch, while SH is pronounced as ch. So the first one is ch, like in chair, chair, right? We don't say share, we say chair, right? And SH is pronounced in English sh, sh. So let's read the CH words on the left side of the screen. So chair, you can read with me and at home. You can repeat them with me. Chair, chair, cheese, cheese, chocolate, chocolate, teacher, teacher, choose. So when a word is written with CH, it is pronounced ch, like the CH is pronounced ch, with an additional T that is not written. So the word chair, for example, or cheese, you can hear a T, but it's not there in the writing. So it's pronounced ch. So the CH is pronounced ch in English. While the SH, like in the words on the right of the screen, for words written with SH, we pronounce them sh, a simple sh without T. So shoe, ship, fish, shampoo, shop. I'm going to repeat them again. Shoe, ship, fish, shampoo, and shop. You can repeat them with me. I'm going to repeat now like one with ch, one with ch. So chair, shoe, cheese, ship, chocolate, fish, teacher, shampoo, choose, shop. If, of course, you know any other words that are written with CH or SH, you can add them for me in the chat, please. So if you know any other words that are written with CH or with SH, you can write them for me in the chat. So I'm going to repeat the rule once more. And before I add the rule, I want to like give you some examples. Things are much like all right. So give me a second, please. All right. So again, the point that we are talking about today is CH versus SH in English. When a word is written with SH, it's pronounced sh. And when a word is pronounced with CH, it's pronounced ch, with a ch, with an additional ch. So you can see, for example, here we have the words shop, 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 shop. The second pair, share, 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 share. And of course, when you change ch or sh, it changes the meaning, right? The meaning is different then. Let me try to turn on this light. If you guys don't mind. All right. I'm not sure if this is better or no. So Mr. Jelaine or Miss Jelaine is sharing with us like more words with ch. So check, check-in, change. Very good. Change. Wonderful. So again, the rule is when the words is written with CH, of course, we pronounce it ch. Stop, chair, chicken, teacher, choose, cheese. When it's written with SH, it's pronounced as sh, like share, shoe, ship, fish, etc. My friend, can you tell me how long take to speak like you? It will take you some time, but with practice, I think you will be very good if you practice so much. It all depends. Like I cannot give you like a specific time for you to achieve the level you want in English, because it depends on a lot of things. One of the things it depends on is how much work do you do, how much practice do you do? Do you practice a lot or do you only practice sometimes? That's a very important factor. So let's look at the yes. This is also a very this confuses a lot of people, by the way. The OUGH, how to pronounce OUGH, right? So I have for you some words that are written with OUGH, and I want you to give them a try and see if you can pronounce them well, if you can pronounce them correctly. I'm gonna give you some time. I'm gonna give you like 30 seconds or so. You pronounce them and you tell me how did you pronounce them. And of course, please don't forget to click that like button that you can see right in front of you. That's your way of helping this channel. Don't forget to click, double click on the screen. So these words are very, very confusing for a lot of English learners. And today I'm going to show you how to pronounce them. So let's start with the first one. So the first one is through, right? Through. Number 2, tough. Number 3, thought. Number 4, all right, thought, tough, enough. Sorry. So I'm going to repeat these words again. So through, though, thought. So when they are written in red, that means that they are not pronounced. So through, though, thought, and the last two are tough and enough. Tough and enough. So when they are in green, they are written or they are pronounced as th. So through, though, thought, tough, enough. You can repeat them with me, of course. Through, though, thought, tough, enough. So let's see here. So yes, so this is a very good exercise. I'm gonna put myself at the bottom here. So let's read them in sentences this time. So the train went through the tunnel, through the tunnel. He came to work though he was sick. He came to work though he was sick. He thought about the idea. He thought about the idea. The test was tough, or bones are tough. I have enough food. I have enough food. So notice that it's the same set of letters, OUGH, but each time it's pronounced in a different way. So the first one, through, though, thought, though, tough, and finally enough. All right. So I think I'm going to stop right here today. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sorry I'm in the middle of a lot of moving and a lot of stuff going on right now. So thank you so much for watching. Maybe I will continue this live stream either tomorrow or the day after. Thank you for watching and see you in the next